It is the 11th of December, 2021. I am Scott Allen Miller, and this is the Sheep Guarding Llama vlog coming to you from Laguna de Apoyo, Nicaragua, in the region of Messiah. We are south of where we normally live. This is, I gotta swing around, an absolutely, and that's the sunrise, gorgeous volcanic lake. This is the crater of a volcano. So you have to drive up a volcano and go over the ridge and come down, and we're staying at Paradiso Hostel here inside the crater. And I can't believe this is my second day. So I'm filming this for Saturday, but I'm filming it on Sunday. It's my second morning. I'm the only person down here first thing in the morning. It is so gorgeous. It is so nice and quiet and peaceful, and the sunrise is just crazy. And I can't believe that I'm the only one here seeing it. Like, this is all just for me. It's incredible. So today, got up, I started the morning right here filming a sunrise much like this, but we had a lot more cloud cover. So today is much better. Hopefully you'll see a time lapse from the GoPro. Fingers crossed that is going well. It is located just about there on the steps behind me. It's behind these bushes, so you can't really see it, but it is a really cool location. I hope for catching everything and just giving you a clean sunrise. I have been down here for 30 minutes already today. Yesterday, with the clouds, I still did a time lapse and I shot some pictures. I got some really cool stuff, but it just wasn't as good as today and on Sunday. And it's nice and warm. It's actually kind of cool up here. We're much higher than where we normally live, so this is a pretty decent elevation. So the weather is pretty nice up here. Spent the whole morning filming here at the hostel. The lake is surrounded by little places like this. So if you see, there's very few buildings out here. They're all back in the trees. Everything's very natural here. You're not allowed to put anything into the water. You can't have motorboats or anything because this is a protected ecosystem because it's enclosed. So it's very cool, and the water is surprisingly warm. It's cold, but it's much warmer than it might be because it's volcanic, and there are hot springs throughout as there's like leaks from beneath. So sometimes you'll find bits of water that's much warmer than others, but in general it's warmer than water would be at this altitude, at this climate. And it's all cold rainwater going in, so something has to keep it from being icy cold. From here, we drove around and looked for some different things to do in the area. We drove first to the, I'm pointing, it's actually that way, not behind me, to the Mirador at Catarina, which is the highest point of the ridge. There's a beautiful mirador with lots to do that overlooks, and that's gorgeous. So we did some filming there, and then we went and looked for some hot springs, but had no luck finding it. Nobody seems to know where it is. It's one of those things you have to either know or not, and just going to look for it is probably problematic. And then we went and got lunch at Casa Marimba, which is right over here, actually behind me, pretty close, but everything takes forever. You got to drive out to the road and drive kilometers and kilometers. If you walk along the beach, it may just be 5 minutes away. So it's, we don't know how to get to places or how far things are until we get there. That place is absolutely gorgeous. Everything on the lake is so peaceful and beautiful. Prices are a little bit high, so be aware this isn't super cheap Nicaragua or anything, but we had a really fun day doing that stuff and did a lot of filming. Very frustrated by the lack of good camera gear. The need to get the new camera from the US is very high. It's now that we're doing our first real day of filming, it is extremely noticeable that the Lumix is not up to the job in any way, shape, or form. There's some beautiful yellow birds flying around. I'm doing a lot with the iPhone, and it's doing a stellar job, so I'm really thankful for it. The Olympus is not meant to be a video camera, so what it's getting is great, but it's extremely limited, and I only have a couple prime lenses, so I'm basically walking around with a 35mm equivalent and just using that all the time. And the GoPro, obviously we're trying to get what we can, and we did get some cool, I think, I've not seen it yet, I won't see it until tomorrow, driving footage from just zipping around this area. So there should be at least a little bit that you can see of what the roads are like. A lot of the driving around here, because we have a Toyota Corolla, is all about us getting stuck or not being able to pass through someplace. It's kind of rough. You really want a truck out here. It doesn't have to be a 4x4 or anything like that, but it does need to be more than a tiny little car with front-wheel drive, who, when it's going, up, loses its traction and gets stuck. And you need some clearance because there's things hitting the pan all the time. We did that. We came back here. We did more filming, did some swimming, and then Dominica heard that there was tapas in Granada. The people who owned this hotel, the one hostel, the one that I'm standing in, also own Oasis in Granada, and they own, it turns out, the tapas place that Rachel and I went to in 2019 and have been talking about. And so Saeed knows the owners, and he's like, yeah, I know this great place for tapas. Let's go there. And I'm like, man, I went there in 2019. We loved it. We went in 2021, early in March, and I couldn't find it when I was down in Granada with Paul because we were looking for food, and that's where we went to go, and we couldn't find it. So we ended up eating at Nectar. This is our Granada trip 9 months ago. And he's like, no, I'm sure it's there. So we went, we walked all around, and it's gone. We talked to some of the locals, and they pointed us to Encuentra took over the spot, which really sucks. So Dominica was bummed about that. But when we got to Nectar, they have expanded their menu from when I was there in March, and they now have not just fish tacos, but fish burritos, veggie burritos, and a bunch of other things. And so she got the fish burrito, was really excited about that, and it was amazing. I got the veggie burrito. That was amazing. I don't know what Saeed got, something with meat. And while and they have Moro Potente on tap, which is amazing. I've never had it on tap. I've only had it in the bottle. So that was really nice. That was so good. Lado Oscuro. It's Rachel's favorite beer in the world. She had it here in 2019. And if anyone, that is my favorite beer, whatever. Because I don't drink that much beer, but Rachel is a beer aficionado, and that for her is a really major thing that she considers it such a good beer on a world scale. And then while we were there, Saeed's friend, who is a manager at Selena, which is funny that we have so many connections to Selena because they're like a publicly traded company out of Tel Aviv. But one of the founders' brothers was hanging out at our hotel at El Simple last week, and I was having dinner and drinks with him. And Maggie does social media for them out of Panama, and that's why I knew them. And when they came into Nicaragua in Granada, it's called Selena Alhambra, and it's an absolutely gorgeous facility right on the plaza. When they came in there, I was like, oh, I know this place. And I've been following them for years because of Maggie. And so that we keep running into people from is weird. So one of Saeed's friends is a manager there. We stopped in to see her real quickly before we went to dinner. And then when she was able to get off work, she came down and joined us for dinner as well. And then when we were done with dinner at Nectar, because they close, it's on the plaza side of the strip. We walked all the way down the strip and went down to Bohemia, which if you read or watch any of my stuff from 2019, Rachel and I discovered this brand new place built way down on the boulevard near the Malecon in Granada. And we were like, this place looks so cool. We really want to go there. But it was like the middle of the afternoon. It didn't make any sense. And I saw it again in 2021 in March and was like, that still looks really cool. I'm glad that they survived because they were new. So we went there tonight on Saturday night and got drinks and just sat out on the street and hung out until later than we should have. And then Saeed walked way up to Selena, got the car, drove down, pick us up, and we headed back to the hostel where we are staying. And it's really nice here. We really like it. This is both Saeed and Yvonne recommended staying here. Saeed because he's friends with the owners, but they're not here currently. They're in France. Their dog does come hang out with us, though. And Yvonne, this is where she stays when she comes here. And this is a spot that she likes a lot. And as you can tell, it's gorgeous and peaceful. And if you want a place to just hang out, it is really, really excellent. You get beaches and because it's a crater, I'm going to turn around the other way. We're on the ridge of a crater, right? So it goes up. So these stairs just go up and up and up and up and up. And our room is, I don't know, 100, it's probably not 100, but it's way up there. You have to go through so many layers. But this stuff here, like down where I'm standing, I'm a bit off the water. And there's all tables and stuff up here. But then back here is like the main bar and restaurant, but then they have another smoothie bar above that. They have a restaurant above that somewhere else. They have lots of things. Reception is like 4 layers up. There's a big open area to hang out in. And we have room 1. Saeed has room 8. It's nice. It's a very, very nice spot and very affordable. And it makes it easy to do Laguna de Apoyo. It's definitely a good destination for that. That was our day. That was our Saturday. We are here tomorrow and heading back to Las Penitas sometime tomorrow. We haven't worked that out yet. We're not sure whether we're staying late and trying to do the volcano or leaving early and trying to do a drive warp of the drive back, because it goes through places like Tepe de Viambra and El Crucero, which are all very cool and be nice to have on the video. Hopefully I have amazing time warp from tomorrow morning while I'm filming this, and hopefully I have a bit of one from today, Saturday, that this video is about. All right, I'll see all of you tomorrow.